Hello. BSc first year student, take care. PPT number 22 instead of PPT number 21. Take care. 21 PPT is already over. Next PPT 22. Welcome to all of you. Welcome. Welcome to all BSc first year students in online lecture series of semester 2nd, paper 4th, fish seed production and hatcheries management. In this paper 4th, we have completed unit 1st, and today we have seen the last point of unit 2nd, induced breeding by hypophysis. In this induced breeding by hypophysis, the last point of induced breeding by hypophysis is the synthetic hormones used in induced breeding. Synthetic hormones used in induced breeding. In last point we have seen that is the hormones responsible for induced breeding, which hormones these are to produce in animals or especially in fishes, and these hormones these are to be responsible for induced breeding in these fishes, that is gonadotropin, then human chorionic gonadotropin, mammalian chorionic gonadotropin, then human pregnancy urine. All these are the different hormones. These hormones these are to be produced, and these hormones these are to be responsible for the early maturity, for the development of gonads, that may be testes or ovaries, and these hormones these are to be responsible, give a good result for the induced breeding by hypophysis. Then next, synthetic hormones. Which are the synthetic hormones these are to produce, and these hormones these are to be responsible for induced breeding. Which synthetic hormone these are to be produced, and these synthetic hormones these are to be formed. These synthetic hormones these are to be studied in today's part. This is the last article of this unit 2nd. Thereafter we have taken a test on this unit 1st, that is the unit 1st, natural sources of fish seed collection and bund breeding. Synthetic hormones used in induced breeding. Induced breeding of fishes with the pituitary injection. Induced breeding of fishes with the pituitary injection has been very popular and provides a reliable method of obtaining pure fish seed for pisciculture, for aquaculture. Induced breeding of fishes with the pituitary injection has been very popular and provides reliable method of obtaining pure fish seed for pisciculture or aquaculture. Investigators finding out that other expensive, convenient and dependable ovulating agents. These investigators are the scientists. These investigators these are to be find out other expensive, convenient and dependable ovulating agent. Here funding not find out. Here is the find out other inexpensive, convenient and dependable ovulating agents to replace the pituitary extract for induced breeding. These investigators, these scientists, these are to be studied, and they can find out inexpensive, easily available, which is to be used by common man, which is to be commercial, and which is to be by a economical way. These are to be a reliable price, relevant price, convenient and dependable ovulating agent. These to be replaced instead of the pituitary extract, instead of the pituitary gland. A few purified natural and synthetic hormones. Purified natural and synthetic hormones have been tested successfully by these investigators, by these workers. With the advancement of the fish culture program, the synthetic hormones have been prepared. The synthetic hormones have been prepared as a substitute of pituitary hormone. Means these advantage of the synthetic hormone. These synthetic hormones these are to be act as a substitute for the pituitary hormone, and these synthetic hormones These are to be used in culture program used in pisciculture or aquaculture on large scale. Due to the problem of varying potency of pituitaries, alternatives were tried. These are to be tried. What is the problems? Due to the problem of varying potency of pituitary, potency of carp is different, potency of catfish is different, potency of wild fishes, these are to be different, potency of exotic carp is different, and due to the problem of potency, pituitaries and alternatives which is to be tried by number of workers. Attempts have been made in various countries. To use the analogous of luteinizing hormones, releasing hormones, LH, RH, analogues of luteinizing hormone, releasing hormone, LH, RH, for induced breeding of fishes with varying degree of success. However, the success achieved with luteinizing hormones, releasing hormone, LH, RH, was not always consistent. Apart from its higher dosage requirement for induction of spawning, however, this LH-RH is to be induced and it is to be consistent. This epoch make in investigation paved the way for developing simple and effective technology. This epoch of making investigation paved the way for developing simple and effective technology for induced breeding of most of the cultivable species or fishes. These are to be seen, these are to be studied. In these hormones, human chorionic gonadotropin HCG has been found as alternative for pituitary gland. Human chorionic gonadotropin HCG has been found as an alternative for pituitary gland. Russian worker first used chorionic gonadotropin with trade name, that is Choriogoin, and got good result on loches, followed by successful use of HCG on carps and trots. Means first time human chorionic gonadotropin, Russian scientists first used this chorionic gonadotropin with a trade name. Name is to be given to these chorionic gonadotropin as a Choriogodon or Choriogoin. This Choriogoin and get a good result of this Choriogoin, and when these are to be used on loches and seen and observed that it gives a good result of this Choriogoin, that is first human chorionic gonadotropin used on loches, and thereafter they can use HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, on carps and trots and give good result. It indicates that this human chorionic gonadotropin is effective either alone or in combination with pituitary gland extract in inducting various fishes all over the world. Means human chorionic gonadotropin is effective either alone or in combination with pituitary extract in inducting or inducing various fishes all over the world. It is to be indicated. Means combination of pituitary gland and human chorionic gonadotropin is the best result for fishes. Human chorionic gonadotropin is the protein, is a glycoprotein. In human chorionic gonadotropin is a protein. Here is again some mistake, that is a protein. Human gonadotropin is a protein, is a glycoprotein or a celluloprotein because of the carbohydrate molecules attached to the protein molecule. Because of the carbohydrate molecule attached to these carbohydrate molecule, these are to be attached to the protein molecule, and hence human chorionic gonadotropin is the protein, especially it is the glycoprotein or celluloprotein, and this celluloprotein or the glycoprotein is the attachment of carbohydrate molecule and protein molecule. Hence this human chorionic gonadotropin is the important substitute for pituitary gland. Its primary function is to maintain human chorionic gonadotropin is the primary function to maintain the production of estrogen and progesterone. What is the primary function of HCG? The primary function of HCG is to maintain the production of estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen, it is to be secreted by ovary, and progesterone, these are to be secreted by, that is the testes. These two hormones, these are to be induced the fishes to spawn, to breed. It is produced by a placenta. These hormones, these are to produced by a placenta and excreted through the urine during early stages of pregnancy. Where this pregnancy urine is to be, where the human chorionic gonadotropin, these are to produce, it is to be produced by the placenta. Remember that placenta, which is to be present in human, and in this placenta, these are to produce the human chorionic gonadotropin. It is to be produced by placenta and it is to be excreted through the urine during early stages of pregnancy, 2 to 4 months. In female human being, 2 to 4 months. When female, these are to be pregnant, in this pregnancy period, this human chorionic gonadotropin, these are to be secreted, these are to produce in the period of pregnancy, early stages, and form the human chorionic gonadotropin. And this human chorionic gonadotropin is the good alternative for the pituitary gland. Human chorionic gonadotropin is more or less similar in character and function to FSH and LH. What is the important function? That is, human chorionic gonadotropin is more or less similar in character and function to FSH and LH. FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, and LH, luteinizing hormone. Means it is to be similar effect, it is to be similar character. As pituitary gland is used for induced fish breeding, human chorionic gonadotropin can also be used. Human chorionic gonadotropin can also be used for early ripening of gonads. For early ripening of gonads means, as pituitary gland is used for induced fish breeding, similarly human chorionic gonadotropin can also be used for early ripening of gonads. For early ripening of gonads, this human chorionic gonadotropin is also used. Superiority of human chorionic gonadotropin over pituitary gland. Superiority of, what is the important factor? Superiority of human chorionic gonadotropin over pituitary gland can be measured on the grounds that the female attains maturity faster, ensure better survival of spawn. It reduces the time gap between preparatory and final dosage, and more economical, and has a long shelf life, easily available and more reliable. This human chorionic gonadotropin, these are to be superiority of human gonadotropin over the, that is pituitary gland, and can be measured on the grounds that the fish attains maturity faster, fish ensures better survival of spawn, fish ensures it reduces the time gap between preparatory phase and the final dosage. This human chorionic gonadotropin is more economical and has long shelf life. It has long shelf life and it is to be easily available and more reliable. That's why human chorionic gonadotropin is the good alternative, is the best alternative for the pituitary gland extract, and which is to be used for induced breeding in hypophysalia. Yes. Second, Lin-Pei method. In a joint collaborative project, Dr. Lin of China and Dr. Peter of Canada, developed a new technique called as Lin-Pei method, where in an analog of LHRH was combined with dopamine antagonist, means LHRH. These LHRH, these are to be combined with the dopamine antagonist and form the product, and that is called as Lin-Pei method. And this dopamine inhibit the GRNH, these growth GRNH secretion. Based on this simple principle, and this GRNAS secretion. Based on this simple principle, different synthetic hormones were produced by these different firms, and Lipne method is to be popular because Dr. Lin and Dr. Peter from Canada, they can produce analogous of LHRH, which is to be antagonist to dopamine antagonist, and which is to be dopamine inhibit the GnRH secreted by the simple technique, and use this Lipne method instead of pituitary gland, and this technique is also popular. It is also used on large scale. Then Ohaprim, Sindel Laboratories Limited, Canada, manufactured ready to use solution called as Ohaprim. It is stable at ambient temperature. That is Ohaprim today. These are to be used on large scale. These Ohaprim, these are to be developed. These are to be manufactured by Sindel Laboratories Limited, Canada. These Sindel Laboratories Limited, Canada, these are to be manufactured a simple synthetic hormone. It is called as Ohaprim, and it is to be stable for ambient temperature. It contains an analog of 20 mg of salmon gonadotropin. It is contain analog of 20 mg of salmon gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH and a dopamine antagonist, that is domperidone, at 10 mg per ml, and these domperidone and the salmon gonadotropin, these are to be combined and forms the synthetic hormone. It is called as Ohaprim. The potency of Ohaprim is uniform and contains salmon gonadotropin releasing hormone. These salmon gonadotropin releasing hormone, which is to be known as to be 17 times more potent than LHRH. This Ohaprim is to be 17 times more potent than LHRH because these are to be in combines with, that is salmon's 20 mg analogous of salmon, these are to produce, and domperidone against both combine and forms a hormone called as Ohaprim. The domperidone antagonist, domperidone used in Ohaprim, is also reported to be better than another commonly used antagonist, that is pimazodine. These are the antagonists. Another antagonist, that is pimozidae. These pimozidae is to be in the place of the domperidone, and these are also used. Ohaprim being a ready to use product and one which does not require refrigerated storage. This Ohaprim is ready to use product and one which does not require refrigerated storage, appears to be the most convenient and effective ovulating agent. It is to be most effective and a most convenient ovulating agent. This drug is administered to both female and male brood fish simultaneously in a single dose, or unlike pituitary extract, which is given in 2 split doses, means similar to doses, these are to be given to 2 doses of pituitary. This Ohaprim is to be given single dose. This reduces not only the handling of brood fish, but also it reduces not only the handling of brood fish, but also in saving considerable amount of time and labor. This Ohaprim is to be important because this Ohaprim reduces not only the handling of brood fish, but also help in saving the considerable time and amount and time and labor. Means it is to be save labor, it is to be save, that is amount, as it is to be considerable, that is saving and time. That's why this time these are to be used. That's why this Ohaprim, these are to be important, favorable everywhere for the ovulating agents. Then next, Ovatide. It is an indigenous, cost-effective and new hormonal formulation for induced breeding of fishes. Ovatide, it is an indigenous, cost-effective and new hormonal formulation for induced breeding of fishes. It contains base of the synthesis. It contains base of the synthesis of synthetic peptide, which is structurally related to the naturally occurring gonadotropin releasing hormone GRNH, gonadotropic releasing hormone, and pimozidae as a domperidone as a dopamine antagonist, and this domperidone dopamine antagonist, that is gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH, and pimozidae as a domperidone antagonist. These are to be provided is an ready to use solution for the ovulating agent, and this oohatide is also effective and give a good result in fishes. Next is the OHA-PEL. It is developed by the University of Godolo in Hungary. This OHA-PEL is developed by the University of Godolo in Hungary, and it contains mammalian gonadotropin releasing hormone and the water soluble dopamine antagonist, that is called as metochlorodomperidone, metochloroperadamide, and it is to be suitable. It is viable in pellet form. Tablet form. That's why this OHA-PEL, it is to be developed, and this OHA-PEL is to be popular today and famous for the induced breeding in fishes. This OHA-PEL is developed by the University of Godolo in Hungary, and it contains the mammalian gonadotropin releasing hormone and the water soluble dopamine antagonist, that is metochloroperamide. It is viable in pellet form. Fourth is the LH-RH analog. Various analogs of luteinizing hormones releasing hormones, LH-RH, have been used for induced breeding of fishes in analogs of teleost. That is, gonadotropin releasing hormone is found to be more potent than LH-RH. GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, stimulate GTH, gonadotropin hormone in teleost. Means in teleost, analog of teleost, GnRH is found to be more potent than LH-RH, and GnRH, that is GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, stimulate GTH, gonadotropin hormone, and this gonadotropin hormone, these are to be released in the, that is teleost on large scale. Another important hormone, synthetic hormone, that is steroids. Selected steroid hormones are used to induce fish. The effect of these steroid hormones on ovulation are seen primarily as germinal vesicles breakdown. That is the GVBD. GVBD means, that is primary germinal vesicle breakdown. GVBD means primarily a germinal vesicle breakdown. That is deoxycorticosterone acetate. It is another steroids, DOCA. This DOCA, deoxycorticosterone acetate, this DOCA steroids and cortisone effectively stimulate ovulation in Heteropuntius fossilis. That is deoxycorticosterone and acetate. Deoxycorticosterone acetate, DOCA and cortisone effectively stimulate ovulation in Heteropuntius fossilis. Other steroid hormones commonly used for spawning teleost are 17-A-hydroxy, 20B dihydroxyprogesterone, then corticosterone acetate, dihydroxycortisol, then dihydroxycorticosterone, hydroxycorticosterone, progesterone, then 11-deoxycorticosterone and 20B progesterone. All these are the different steroid hormones. These are to be used for stimulate the fish for ovulating agent. Means other steroid hormones commonly used for spawning teleost are 17A hydroxy, 20B dihydroxyprogesterone, cortisone acetate, deoxycortisol, deoxycorticosterone, hydrocorticosterone, progesterone, 11-dihydroxycorticosterone and 20B progesterone. The advantages of steroids are most compounds are available as pure preparations in synthetic forms. These advantages of steroids are, these are to be most forms in the synthetic forms. The quality of steroid preparations is uniform and steroid hormones are much cheaper than gonadotropin preparations. These hormones, these are to be easily available, more cheap, and these hormones, these are to produce, and with the help of these hormones such type of spawn and fry and fingerling, these are to produce with the help of induced breeding. With this synthetic hormone we can use as a instead of pituitary gland, and we can done the induced breeding by hypophysis. With this we have completed unit second, induced breeding by hypophysis. Hope you understood this article. Any problem, any difficulty, please ask. Thank you all of you.